Now, when you're dealing with a narcissist, you are dealing with an illusion. The narcissist is an illusion. So the whole thing you see, you think you have going on with them, him or her, it's an illusion. So the entire experience was a circus. You know, when you go to those circus and you have the clowns, those clowns, people sit around, they put on those things funny, I don't know what they call them. They do the jokes and everything, everybody is happy and laughing and everything. So they only need a mask for the show. They was putting on a mask, maybe even masks, could be 2 or 3 or more. They was just putting on mask for the show. It was never about you. So if you've left a narcissist and you're wondering, what was this whole thing going on? Maybe you've awakened, you woke up at, you snapped, and you figured out this whole thing was, it was a very horrible experience. You're trying to get answers. You're asking yourself, you have to understand, it's not personal, okay? Narcissistic abuse is not personal. I've told you guys. Even if you want to look at it from, well, maybe let's say even medical, whatever, personality disorder, or if you want to look at it from a spiritual perspective, it is not personal, okay? You will feel it's personal when you are, you haven't healed and you're still thinking about all these things, all these ideas going through your mind. You may think it's personal, but it was never personal. Whether you see it from the personality disorder perspective or you see it from a spiritual perspective, it was about the narcissist. I've given you an example of the circus. The clowns they will put up the masks and everything, and it's a show. So they just come do their show. They're going to get paid. They go home, continue their day. They come for the next show. It has been a show. So you're asking yourself the question as, what about the kids? What about the family we had? What about the marriage? We got married. All this time we've been together. What was this whole thing? What was this whole thing? The whole thing was a show. So you was married to an illusion. They didn't exist. They was never there. They wasn't there. You thought they was there. You would see them physically, but they wasn't there. A narcissist is spiritually dead. Okay? A narcissist is a walking dead. And the only way for them to survive, for people to believe that they are alive, they exist, is when they get the energy from external sources. But inside of them, they're already dead spiritually. So if you want to know what I'm talking about, and maybe you've gone through a discard or something, you're going to realize those particular individuals, they cannot thrive. They cannot survive without supply. If a narcissist goes 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks without supply, you might find them they've already collapsed. Okay? So their existence is only when they're with somebody who will give them what they need. And we all know what they need. They need energy. They need energy, they need supply. So you're with a narcissist and you're wondering, why are they looking better while you're looking worse? It's because they are plugged into your energy. So every day they are sucking your energy from you. The only way to win when it comes to narcissistic abuse, the only way to win is when you take time to understand how the narcissist operates. It is going to help you. That is how you are going to win. But if you want to look at it like, you don't know what is going on, you're all over the place, you may find yourself struggling to understand what has happened. Even for the most of us who have already left. Okay, we are healing. Not all of we cannot say we have healed. Personally, I don't know for other people. You don't heal 100%, but you get bits and bits back of your essence as you start to remember who you are or who you was when that whole thing started. But you don't heal like 100%. You always have this, because this whole thing is mental, so it's in the mind. It has been a battle for your brain. So when you have exited a narcissistic relationship, maybe it was your father, it was a mother, family member, it was a friend, it was a relationship, it was a job, it was never about you. And the quicker you understand this, the better. That is how you start healing, because now you understand what you've been dealing with, okay? Me, I've had a narcissist tell me that marriage is a piece of paper. So you prepare this marriage, you put in all these efforts, the money, finances, emotions, and everything, energy, only for you to go and sign a piece of paper. And the narcissist will tell you that, it was just a piece of paper, it was nothing going on there, there was nothing, there was the new supply. Even as you're out there trying, maybe planning to divorce, you're preparing to divorce officially, there was the new supply. So for them, it's like, okay, so who is next? You came in, it was a transit. So these are transactional relationships, and you come in transit and you move on. It's how it was. It's a piece of paper, okay? Now, these things are very difficult. For me, as a healed person, I have no other way to tell you or to advise you or educate you on what exactly happened than telling you the truth. And when you're hearing these things, when I'm speaking these things, you may think that it's too easy for me to say or something. It's not easy for me to say, but it's because that's the truth. So because you see, at the end of the day, it is the truth that sets us free, When you wake up to the truth, you're free. You are free indeed. A person who has awakened to the truth is a person that is free. Okay? It was about them. It was never about you. You've heard about these people sometimes. Some of the leaders, you hear them saying they are freedom fighters. So they will come around and convince people that, we have been fighting for your freedom. They tell you that they're fighting for your freedom. They're not fighting for your freedom. It's for their own benefit. We fought and we fought for the freedom and everything. It was never about you. It was for them. And the people closest to them, okay? So narcissism has got levels, okay? It could be political narcissism, it could be social, it could be relationship, it could be family, it could be school, it could be work. It depends on what situationship he was dealing with, but whichever situationship it was never about you. It was an illusion. Because you see, you're dealing with somebody who has got some kind of a playbook. They have a playbook. They are following a playbook, And there's no other way they can do it other than follow the playbook. So they cannot follow your playbook. You may not have one because, you're spontaneous. Today you might wake up, you are joyful. Another day you might wake up, you're feeling a certain way. For them, it's a certain way they have to feel and the certain things they have to do. So it's a pattern, okay? And they cannot break the pattern, all right? They cannot break the pattern. It's just how it is. So when you start understanding and educating yourself, that is how you free yourself after narcissistic abuse. It helps you heal faster because you finally understand what exactly happened. That's what happened to me when I left that relationship, whatever relationships I've been involved in. I finally understood that this was how the whole playbook was going. This how the whole game was going. So I could now focus on myself, and that is how I happened to heal. You know. So all those little favors you saw them doing for you, oh, they cook for you something. Come, let's eat together. All those things, whatever. Marriage, let's have kids, family. Oh, they're going to tell you they're going to tell you that they want family. They will convince you that, oh, we want a family together. We're going to have a family. Let's start a family. It may be something they want to do. They hope they can do it. But it's an illusion. You see, when a person is broken, you're dealing with a person that they do not have anything to offer. They have got everything to take from you, but they've got nothing to offer. So this is like a take relationship. It's not a give and take relationship. It's a take relationship. Even if they try to give you something, they have to make sure that it's for a reason. There's something there in it. Okay? There's something for them to benefit when they decide to give you something. But even then, they are going to breadcrumb you. Okay? So my empaths out there, very vital for you. Understand what is narcissistic abuse. See it for what it is. Okay? You was dealing with a clown. It was a show. At the end of the show, they get paid, they go home, they go about their days. It was all a show. Okay? So it was never there. That's what you need to understand. Your healing is very vital. Removing yourself is very vital. And then your healing is very vital for your survival. Because it's a very long road. When you start healing, you understand how broken you have been. The moment you took a decision to start healing, that's when you realize how broken of a person and an individual you have always been. Okay? Let it go. Let it go, my chosen ones. Let it go. 25 years, yes. I've heard about people. 24 years, yes. 17 years, yes. 14, yes. When you break up, you will finally see it and understand what it is. Okay? Take back your power. Unplug from that energy vampire. Take back your power. You're going to be okay. Let us know what you think about the video. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Denzo Most signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.